EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Herbert to throw right away. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Herbert off of play action. He's airing it out for Williams. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, 34 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that one will here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Fields. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Booker. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Right side, Claypool's got it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Throwing on third down, Fields sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Charger drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And now third down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he's got Booker. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Herbert on first down now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Here's Booker on the catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Booker. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Fields. Completes Austin here over the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. From the 50, here's Herbert. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert being chased out left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Again, Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And now it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timeout.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Fields out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
A final shot before the break. Fields buying time to his left. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the pass.
He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On second and a long way to go. Herbert, he finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Booker. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And and will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Harris going to get it again on second down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A shotgun snap. Fields flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Booker on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and a yard. Herbert, a quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. And this one is right down the middle. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
58 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's another carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Fields. Dancing to his left. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Gets past him at the 10. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Oh, and now movement and a whistle. whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to put them a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increased. Twice the distance now just to get a 1st down, and 1 less down to try and get it.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Keep it on the ground. Harris again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Boswell's kick is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Herbert to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Herbert. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And a loose football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.